Welcome to online version of Unlace The Brace, where I'm going to do a wee taster session for my ebook that's currently out for the 30-day program. Just looking to increase your foot strength and also the relationship with the whole lower limb and the whole body, in fact, to the ground itself, to help you with all sorts of sports, but mainly aimed towards running itself. So what I'm going to do first of all is going to take you through a little bit of a warm-up, and then we're going to go through 3 drills today and a little bit of a cool down today. So hopefully it should be done and dusted in 20 to 25 minutes itself. The main key thing about the exercise program today is just do what you can. I also can't see your form, so try and keep good form the whole way through. If you can, I'll try and speak to you what I'm looking for throughout the exercise. And also, if any of the repetitions is too much, please just work within your own capabilities in itself. If there's any aches or pains or anything that's getting sore with any of the exercises, again, please stop as well. Okay, let's go. So we're going to start off just by having our spiky ball onto the ground. And we're just going to go forwards and backwards on the spiky ball itself there. So we're going to go for a minute altogether here, just working through that spiky ball. Trying to curl your toes all the way around the ball itself. And also extend the toes up the way as well. If you find any bits that are a wee bit tender, just put a little bit of pressure through that there, but try not to make it too sore. Out of 10, we're probably looking for about 3, 4 maximal rather than the 8, 9, 10s itself. So find a bit that's a wee bit achy, spend some time there, especially into the medial arch here, the abductor hallucis there, flexor hallucis longus, brevis, digitorum, work through all the muscles of the foot itself. So really work through the base of the foot in 3, 2, 1, which could change over feet. So second foot. And just again, same idea, explore that foot. So try keep yourself on the soft tissue between the heel and the toes at the front itself there. If you do go into the heel bone, the calcaneus itself, you'll find that you're just on a fat pad, so you won't really get much purchase out of that. So just try and keep between the heel bone and all the toes itself. Good work. And you're trying to cover as much of the sole of your foot as you can there. Curl your toes around and then just extend the toes up as well. Good job. 20 seconds to go. This is a great exercise for pre-run, just to awaken the foot first thing in the morning, just to really liven that foot up, getting all the sensory aspect of the sole of the foot working before you actually utilize it in your activity. 3, 2, 1. Back to the first foot, dig the heel in, and we're just going to rock the foot from side to side this time here. So we're really trying to mobilize that forefoot itself. You might find there's some little clicks and clacks here. That's absolutely normal as the bones, the joints, and the tendons, everything starts moving. 26 bones in the foot itself, 33 joints. So we're just trying to get them starting to move a wee bit more. Over 100 ligaments, muscles, and tendons. So trying to work this area to harness some strength to the ground itself. 20 seconds. Heels dig down, lean forward with your foot, rolling that foot from side to side, trying to get what we call supination, pronation of that forefoot itself. And that's quite an important factor for a run itself. So we land lateral border, then we try and come across onto this medial border itself. 3, 2, 1, and change feet over. Good work. Just going from side to side there. Letting that foot explore the ball. Curl the toes around and also extend the toes up. So we've got some good drills today. I'm just going to give you a taster of some of the drills from the online ebook itself. So it's not any of the days in particular that we're doing today. It's just a stramash of a few of the days itself put together. So we've got 4 warm-up drills, with these 2 being quite an important warm-up drill for before running itself, but also the next two are really quite important for just getting that foot connection to the ground. 10 seconds. Curl the toes around. Weight down through the heel. Press the foot down. 5, 3, 2, 1. And just put the ball to the side for just now. Our next drill we're going to do is what I like to call Eddie the Eagle. So what I want you to do is to stand, lock the knees out, hands can be down by your side here, and I want you to lean as far forward as you can without the heels coming off the ground. So feet about shoulder width apart, and we're just going to lean as far forward as you can, weight down through the toes, press down through the big toe, really press the big toe down to the mat. Leaning your whole body forward, not hinging from the hip, but the whole body moves. So your center of gravity, your pelvis, should be in front or just over your toes itself. So you'll find the whole body transfers forward there. Holding that for a minute. You can have hands down by your side if you want to, but lean as far forward without bending the knees and without the heel coming off the ground itself. And pressing down through the feet to the ground. Really get your stability from that feet. The further forward you go, the less likelihood of falls risk you have. And this is one of the tests we do in the elderly, and also they see what the falls risk is by leaning as far forward as you can, and the angle of your ankle, the less an angle, the less likely there is a risk of falling. 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. So we're going to grab foam roller, and we're just going to pop foam roller below the knee line itself. And what we're going to do is we're going to press down with our feet, lifting the small toes up, and then relax back off. Down, this is called foot screws. So we're really trying to get that foot from the hips screwed into the ground. So really try and think about it coming from your hips itself. Press down with the big toes, push into the foam roller. Try not to let the knees cave in the way, keep the hips strong. Squeeze in, back up. Squeeze in, and back up. In 15 seconds, and we're back to Ready Eagles. And back up. Squeeze in, good work, and back up. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Second set, and we're going for our Eddie the Eagle. So have the feet nice and flat, shoulders apart. Ready, and lean forward, press down through the feet. You should feel the muscles in the calves, but you should feel the muscles in the feet starting to work as well there. Lean forward. Get that connection with the ground as much as you feel you can. So press the toes down. Be mindful of the big toe. If anything you take away from today's taster session is thinking about harnessing the strength through the ground itself. Pressing the big toe down. Keeping that body weight forward. You'll feel the quads start to work. You'll feel the glutes working themselves. If you don't feel them, have a wee tap and you'll feel them squeeze, but squeeze tight to the glutes and lean forward. Pelvis comes over the midline, so it's leaning forward, but heel stays on the ground. The weight's on the forefoot. Good job. 15 seconds. 10 seconds. Keep leaning forward. Not from the back, but the whole body leans forward. 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax back out, going straight into our foot screws. So grab foam roller between the knees. Ready, off goes. Press down through the big toe and then relax back off. Squeeze into the ground, screw into the ground and back off. Down and then back. So working from the hips down through the knees, down to that big toe and then back off. Harness the strength down through that big toe itself and relax. Squeeze and relax. Squeeze and relax. So it's quite a common thing that whenever you're doing any weightlifting or doing any work in the gym, that the connection with the ground is so important. Same with running, same with golf. Your connection to the ground lets you harness the strength above it, but also uses the ground as a force as well. 3, 2, 1, and relax there. We're going to go into our first drill. So I'm going to show you the drill first of all. So we're going to find ourselves on the wall, and I want you to have the heels against the wall itself. And I want you to have your heel in line with your toe from the other foot. So have your heel in line with your toe with the other foot. Bring the other foot up to meet it. Sit back against the wall, drop down about a quarter of the way. We're going to raise ourselves up off the ground and we're going to march there. The heel doesn't touch the ground, but we stay in this position for the whole time. It's going to be 2 sets of 1 minute. So heel against the wall, heel in line with the big toe, not too far forward, back against the wall, slide down a quarter of the way. Ready, heels off the ground, and we're just going to march here. Solace march against the wall. So one of the most important muscles we need to work is the solace. Roughly takes between 6 to 8 times body weight when you're running. So we need to make sure we expose it to some load. It's also one of the most important stabilizing muscles of the ankle. So we need to make sure that we connect through that solace into the big toe itself. So when you're doing this, I want you to be mindful of pressing the big toe down. Quads are going to work. We're linking quad strength into the ground. Hips will work with the next drill. We're linking hips into the ground. 20 seconds. Keep it nice and rhythmical. Don't let the heels touch the ground. Press down with the big toe. 10 seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1. 15 seconds recovery. Have a little walk out. And we're going for our second set. So quads are working hard there. Solace is working hard there. 5, 4, 3, 2, step out, drop down, raise up, off we go. Ways you can change this exercise to make it easier, just do an isometric hold. To make it slightly harder, just bring yourself up higher and work in that outer range itself there. You can also do this weighted, and you can also do it single leg if you wish to as well to make it harder. Chest up nice and tall. Quads starting to work. You should feel solace working, but really be mindful if it's new to you about pressing the big toe down into the ground. Harness the strength through the ground. Keep the speed nice and consistent. 15 seconds to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax there. 15 seconds. We're going to go into our second drill next. So I'm just going to show you that drill if that's okay to do. So we're going to have ourselves stand on one leg, and we're going to do an arabesque. So we're going to come all the way forward, arms out to the side, and we're just going to rotate our arms whilst really pressing the big toe down into the ground itself there. So this one's called airplanes. Airplane single leg. We're starting in 10 seconds. So it's going to be 3 times a minute off each leg, and we're going to alternate the legs. So starting in 3, 2, 1, off roll arabesque, and then just rotate. Press down through the big toe. Rotate the upper body on the hips. Back leg stays straight if you can. Keep it as high as you can as well. So we've got the stance leg working hard to support, to stabilize. We're working the glute on the back leg to lift the leg into extension. And we're really pressing down to that big toe to keep our balance. Do what you can. If you're finding it quite challenging, just reduce the amount you rotate the arms. If you're finding it too easy, make the head come in as well. Watch the thumb of your hand. Okay, so watch the thumb of your hand if you find it too easy just now. 5, 3, 2, 1. Switch legs. First set, second leg in 3, 2, 1, off we go. So with this drill, you'll start to see there's a difference between the right-hand side and the left-hand side. In this taster, just take a wee note, write it down, see which side is stronger than the other side, and really work on your areas for development. We're at a time where we can actually spend time improving ourselves rather than just fixing ourselves. Why be good when you can be great? Rotate, press down through the big toe. Get that relationship with the ground. You can also make airplane noise if you really want to. It doesn't make it harder, but it might make it a little bit easier. Only move at a speed that you can control. Let it be muscle rather than momentum. 3, 2, 1. Switch over, straight in. Second set, first leg, off we go. So the first drill we did fatigues you. Now we've got to really work on the control when we're under a little bit of fatigue. Front legs slightly soft, slightly bent. Back leg straight as you can go and as high as you can go. Rotate the hips. Really move the arms. Be long and be as wide as possible. Seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1. Second set. Second leg. 3, 2, 1. Off we go. Lean in. Have control through the big toe. Nice big movements with the arms. Make it muscle rather than momentum. So don't go too quick that you can't control it. Press the big toe down, mindful of the ground. Harness the strength. Back leg as high as you feel comfortable going. Front leg soft but connected to the ground. Seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. Third final set. First leg in 3, 2, 1. Off we go. Keep the back leg high. We're working on a little bit of fatigue now, so keep the form as good as possible. You need to stop and have a little rest, that's fine. Make sure the form stays good the whole way. Back leg high, working the glute in the back leg itself here, pressing down to the ground, connect to the big toe, still rotating the arms itself. 15 seconds. 5, 3, 2, change legs over. Last set, second leg. 3, 2, 1, off we go. And rotate. Harness to the ground. Hinging from the hip, press through the big toe. Muscle rather than momentum. Lower back might be working as well to stabilize. Try and just make sure you fix with a hip hinge rather than hinge on your lower back itself. 5, 3, 2, 1, and relax there, guys. Give your legs a little shake out. The glutes will be feeling that one as well. We're going to a third and final drill, which is going to be our Dinosaur Walk. So we're going to start on the edge of our mat. We're going to drop ourselves down into like a half squat. We're going to come up onto our toes, so come forward on the toes, and we're just going to walk ourselves forward on the toes itself. Small steps, but we're just on the forefoot and the heels off the ground the whole time. Chest up nice and tall. You can make dinosaur noise if you want to. Makes it a little bit easier. It's entirely up to yourself. 3, 2, 1. Off go. Drop down, up, off we go. Chest up tall. Connect down through the ground. Push off through the big toe. Get used to harnessing the strength through that big toe. Twice the size of the pinky toe. More surface area. Use it for balance. Make it your anchor. Keep it low. We're working soleus, working quads. We're harnessing the big muscle group into the ground. 20 seconds. 10. 3, 2, 1, and relax there. 15 seconds. Second set. Final set. Final drill. Then we're into a cool down. 10 seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1. Drop down. Half squat. Up on the toes. Off we go. Rawr. Super slow. Let it be muscle rather than momentum here. You can go quick, but you lose the ability to absorb that strength down through the muscles. So make the muscles work. Time under tension is really important with all the strength training drills. We're looking to increase the capacity of the feet and lower limbs to accept the load from above. Press down through the big toes. Ten seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax there. Well done, guys. We're going to go straight into our cool down now. We're going to go into a long lunge stretch. So I'm going to get you to have your hip forward. Always tuck your hip underneath. The hand comes up and over. Have the toes at the back tucked under if you can. If you can't get the toes tucked under, that's absolutely fine as well. But pull the hips through. Rather than lean forward, I want you just to tuck the hips underneath. So I want to make an active squeeze from here. And we're also trying to stretch that big toe into extension as well. I'm going to hold it here for 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, 1. Change legs over. Have the hip tucked underneath. Squeeze from the hips. If you can, tuck the toes under at the back. If you can't, leave it nice and straight. Up nice and tall. Belt buckle through. Squeeze from the glute, not leaning forward, just tuck the hips underneath. Make it an active movement from the glute itself. If you can tuck the toes behind you on the bent leg, please do. 10, 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. We're going to plank position. We're just going to push our hips high into a downward dog, and we're going to walk the calves out. So just pushing, but making sure we're centering down through big toe itself and push the heels down. Push the hips high, push the heels down. Alternate the legs. Work to your own capabilities. Don't force any stretch. Having the legs slightly bent works soleus, having the legs fully locked works gastrix. 15 seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1. And last stretch, guys, we're just going to do a bit of toe yoga to finish off with. So I want you to extend the big toes up, and then I want you to extend the other toes up. If you need to, use the fingers to help push the muscle down whilst you work the other ones. But I want you to try and think about squeezing that extensor hallucis longus, and then really work digitorum there as well. So 2 different muscles that we need to try and work there. And we're going to play about this for a minute. And this really will help us with utilizing the ground with our strength, with all the drills you do. So today is just a taster. We take anything away. This is one of the most important drills I want you to be practicing as much as you can when you're standing in queues, when you're at the desk, when you're waiting for the kettle to boil. Practice the relationship with the ground, pressing through the big toe. And then from the drills we did today, try and identify any areas for development you've got. Is the right hand side stronger than the left hand side, or vice versa? Should I be working a little bit more on the right hand side than the left hand side, or vice versa? And also, what is your mindfulness, or what's your awareness of the ground like? And try and improve that awareness. So the ebook is available from my Instagram account, but also it's on payhip.com/PhysioRun. If you do have any questions from today's class, please just drop me an email at james@spearphysiotherapy.co.uk, or you can do any message to any of the Instagram or Facebook accounts, which are PhysioRun as well. James Cruikshank PhysioRun on Facebook, and just PhysioRun on Instagram itself. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax there. Well done, guys. I look forward to hearing any feedback from the class itself. And today's class was a wee bit of an elongated class, just to give you a wee taste of what some of the drills are like. The normal class lasts between 20 to 25 minutes. We do 30-day program, which is in the book, and every 7 days is a mobility session where we just go through a nice gentle flow. And also, we also have a day of core itself. So it's 5 foot strengthening days, looking at quads, glutes, connection to the ground through the big toe. And we'll have a mobility session and a core session a week. Okie dokie. Thanks very much for joining me. Take care.